Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet, my name is Mark, and welcome back to another episode of the Rogue-a-thon, the series where I play Rogue games from my Steam library and talk about the design. So first I'm going to be playing through the game a little bit to showcase, some of the mechanics and all, and then I will give my overall thoughts on the game as a whole and its design at the end. So feel free to skip ahead, timestamps below if you want to do that. You might have realized my intro is a little off because I haven't done a Rogue-a-thon in a hot second. We've been so busy with some, again, awesome games that have been sent to the channel, which I love doing. I mean, that is kind of like where a lot of the focus of the channel has been. Don't worry, we're still doing a lot of things behind the scenes. Obviously, if you weren't there for that big tier list, an edited version of that is going to be coming up. And of course, I am still working slowly but surely on some fully edited actual, video essays at this point. I don't know how you call them. So stay tuned for that. But, sometimes it's important for me to showcase some awesome games that I have found that, I want to discuss. And in this instance, we're going to be taking a look at a game that not many people know of yet, but I'm hoping that's going to change because this game is pretty interesting and quite unique in some ways. Now, I did talk about this game on my tier list, but again, if you've seen some of the Rogue-a-thon, at least a new Rogue-a-thon format, I will be diving very deeply into the design of the game and how I feel like a lot of the details around it after I show the game to you all first, obviously. But Tower Factory is a tower defense. No, actually, no, it is a tower defense. Factorio roguelike. Those are the word of quotes belong. Because if you've played Factorio, or if you know anything about Factorio, well then this might not surprise you that, yeah, this obviously has some Factorio vibes to it. I have never played Factorio myself, but I know of it quite well. My brother is kind of addicted to it, and so is one of my closest friends. I refuse to get into Factorio because I do not have the time, and because it's not a roguelike. But yeah, so basically, you're gathering resources or creating machines that gather resources around the area around you. You bring it to your big tower, and then you build towers to protect yourself from the ever-increasing army of enemies. Now, one thing to note is this is a very, very... The biggest quote-unquote is not the Factorio portion. It's the roguelike portion. But I will be talking more about my thoughts on that. Yes, it's not really a roguelike, but it does have a lot of the feel of a roguelike in the terms that you do individual runs. When you do a new game, you start a run, and it's going to last, however long you get to survive. And then you have permanent upgrades that you can give yourself to just better your next few runs. So in that regard, there is very much a roguelike vibe from that end. But in terms of the the design behind roguelikes, not as much. But that's fine because I still think it's going to be interesting for me to talk about all this stuff. So let me actually just quickly do some upgrades here. I've never actually played with that. I don't know if well, I'm gonna buy the upgrade, but I'm not too sure about it. We're definitely going to buy the upgrade on the buzz saw. And maybe more health? No, more health is not useful later on. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to showcase a Stony Grove, the one of the easier levels that I have no problem with. And then I'll do my rant. And then after the rant, I've got a little bit of time today, so I'm going to showcase the current level I'm at. Which I have not beaten yet, but I'm willing to bet I am going to beat this time around because I've gotten enough upgrades. Yeah, let's jump into a game so I can just explain a little bit of how this game works. But first, I shall not forget this time. I don't want to have a terrible run, so we're gonna give our cookie lord and savior a cookie. We're gonna head back here. I'm gonna grab my vitamin D gummies. Gotta make sure we're all ready for this adventure here. Some gummies, and make sure stay hydrated, kids. So once you've taken your gummies, make sure you drink some water. Hello! I will have fun. Just because you mentioned it. Thank you. Okay, so here is our main tower. Now, this main tower is where we're going to bring all our supplies, all our currency, in order to build more stuff. There are 3 conveyor belts around it. This is where we're going to be giving all of our stuff. Now, this is not a fresh save file, obviously. I have a lot of upgrades. Some of these upgrades include better starting, how do you even call this? Resources. There you go. Better starting resources, better farming overall, and more importantly, a bigger field of view start. So as you can see here, this is quite large. We have a lot of space to work with. This also means that it automatically showed us some chests. Chests gives us more resources, so we're gonna grab some resources here. I'm gonna talk more about those specific resources as we move along, but I will do things one by one. We also have 2 little friendly acorn cannons to start off with to protect ourselves from the upcoming enemy invasion. Now, if I start time, you're gonna slowly start seeing that the day cycle is in 5-minute increments. And once we reach this portion right here, enemies start to attack. Some enemies might start attacking a little bit in between, but just very, very few, to the point where we usually don't have to worry about it. When we get to nighttime is where we actually kind of have to stay a little bit more focused on the actual combat section. But as you'll very quickly notice, the combat in this game is very, very minimalistic, which is definitely intended, considering that the point of the game is really all about farming. Hello, I just done watching the last episode of this season of Invincible. Oh yeah, I have not watched. I haven't caught up on Invincible. I actually, yeah, I haven't really heard much about it. I think people are pretty happy with it, but I'm not sure. What about Airbender? Talk to me. How do you like it? Where are you? Did you finish it? Are you in love? Sorry, I'm a little excited. All right. Now, one very, very important thing that I will be discussing in further detail is my conflicting thoughts on the pause. During pause, you can't do anything. You can't build, you can't change stuff, which I get. It would be too powerful, considering that you can pretty much go infinite, and like, you know, as long as stuff happens, you can always do stuff. It's just very frustrating, because sometimes some resources are going to be moving and you realize, oh shoot, like I don't want those, I messed up, I don't want those resources to go this way, and you pause, but then you can't change it. You have to unpause and then change, and then unpause and change and stuff like that. I get it. It's because the developers want to have, like, you know, the pressure of like, oh no, enemies are attacking, but it is kind of annoying for the building portion. I get it, but it also is pretty frustrating, I will say. But that is really the like one of my biggest complaints. And if that's not one of my biggest complaints, then obviously you might realize that that's not too much. That's not too bad. I'm on the episode before the blind kid shows up. Can't remember their name. Oh, Tough. Nice. So you're on season 2? Yeah, you're in season 2, right? Earth book, I think. Cool, nice. You enjoying it? All right, so as you might realize, we have rocks and we have trees. We're going to find more resources as we expand the area, but that's what we're going to be working with for now. So we're going to build some wood cutting stuff. We're going to bring, like, for instance, we're going to do 2 here. Right there. These guys, we're going to put some conveyor belts here, and they're going to go right there. Now, you might realize that this currently doesn't work, so we're going to do one of those merging things, which allows us to have multiple things conveyed into a single belt, and then we can start moving this stuff over there. So now we have a supply of wood. We're gonna need a lot more supply. This is gonna be pretty filled up very quickly. I know I'm very used to the speediness, and I'm used to knowing what to do at the beginning, so I tend to go very fast. But we're not going. I'm going to try to take a little bit of my time right now. We also want to make sure one cool / annoying thing about this game. I find it cool, but as you're getting started, it is kind of annoying. Is the fact that you can't have an infinite amount of sources going on one conveyor belt. You actually have to keep track of how much there is on there. So you do have to spread out all your resources to make sure you don't constantly fill up all the conveyor belts. Otherwise, things don't move as fast, which is a pretty neat aspect of this game that I personally like. So we get some wood. Obviously, we also want some rocks. So we're going to start. We have some rocks here. We're going to do 1 and 2 right there. Once again, let's do this. We're gonna merge those. Boop. And then we're going to merge everything into one little line right around here. Perfect. So here, I still don't think we're going to have problems in terms of things stopping. But if we add more right now, it is going to slowly get stuck. Now, you might think, wow, this early, we already have a full belt? That seems kind of like, isn't it going to get absolutely crazy later on? Well, yes and no. You actually have to it is part of the strategy as to figure out how to make sure that you do not get stuck there. And that this game really is a lot about knowledge and like understanding a lot of the strategies behind this kind of stuff. I really do appreciate that. I am also going to do 1 wood here, not because I want more wood, but mostly because I also want to clear the terrain a little bit. This is going to take a while, obviously, as you can see, but in the long run, it's going to be pretty useful because terrain management is pretty important in this game as you move forward. So now we've got some wood, we've got some rocks. That's all good and dandy, but we're gonna need some better resources. Those planks and those stone bricks, those you can't gather from just trees and stuff. You have to make those, and for those you need some sawmills and some stonemasons. So we're gonna start with our sawmills, and one way that I've found out to be pretty efficient is creating 2 sawmills right there, getting 3 woodcutters. 1, 2, 3. We're out of wood, so I'm just going to chop some trees off myself. Usually when you start a fresh like save file, you're going to be clicking a lot of resources. I've reached a point where I don't have to do that anymore, which is quite nice, but at the beginning you still have to do it every now and then. Okay, so now we're going to bring all these guys together as a family right there. Boop. And we're gonna bring them together there, and then we're gonna split them up to evenly distribute an equal amount of wood for these 2 sawmills. Now, these sawmills could either do wooden planks or wooden stakes. So naturally, we're gonna do 50-50. They're both pretty important. They're used for different things. Eventually, we might like if we have too many planks, we might go back here and change one to go back to planks for a little bit, that kind of managing. But that's the basics of how you get the second level of resources. So obviously we are going to want this to go to our conveyor belt here. Doop. We obviously have to merge that because currently that's not going to work. There we go. Cool, so now we got a little bit of supplies of wooden planks and stone things. Now, we are being attacked by some mushroom boys. We currently don't have a lot to create some of the towers we're going to want in the later portion of the game. But since I've upgraded those acorns to max, these acorns should be able to take care of the first 2 waves just by doing this. One thing to note, you can't be completely overpowered by having 100 different towers. You are limited by a certain amount. I have 30 max towers to put on. 30 seems like a lot right now, but obviously things are going to be moving very quickly as we do more of this stuff. Now we have the wood stuff going. Oh, and you can see that right now we're already starting to stagger a little bit here. So that we'll have to take care of that eventually, but I'm not too worried about it now. All right, we have a lot of supply. We have a lot of stone supply here, so I'm thinking of doing our stonemason stuff around here. One thing to note is that this area is already pretty clustered, which is kind of annoying. So maybe instead I'm going to focus on these 2 rocks there, potentially expand, find more rocks over there. So let's do 2 stonemasons. We're gonna do 1 and 2. I need more wood, so let's just grab some wood right here. Okay. Nighttime is occurring, so we are gonna get our bigger wave of enemies. Again, this is an easier level, so I should be okay with just these acorns, but the next day things are gonna start getting a little trickier, so we do have to kind of get things moving fairly quickly. Let's do this, and can I get another one? Actually, I could probably do this one as well. Cool, yeah, we'll do that. But we still need more wood. We're a little low on wood here, so we're gonna gather some more wood. And that should be enough for at least one of them. Or hopefully two, we'll see. Ooh, I can do both. Nice. Let's do that. And this. Cool. So once again, we have 3. That's kind of what I want here. So we're going to do this. This and this. So we're going to fuse those two, and we're going to fuse those. Then we're going to expand here, except that we are out of resources. So as you can see right here, for instance, I would have loved to pause to not have this occur, but obviously I can't build and pause at the same time, so quite unfortunate. We are losing a little bit of rocks, but that's not the end of the world. One thing that you'll come to realize very quickly, actually that was stupid, is that you really can't worry too much about, oh, like I've wasted some resources on here, I could have built stuff. No, you have to, speed is more important than making sure you don't miss out on one like random resource here and there, because you're gonna be changing your paths a lot. And the thing I've realized later on is you get really good at the game once you're able to really constantly move things around once a tree is chopped down, because right now things are pretty easy, we don't have to worry about anything, but once those trees are gone, we're gonna have to move everything around, and you can move everything for free. It's just a matter of rebuilding stuff to accommodate from that. So that kind of stuff is going to be pretty important and apparent. Now, we are getting to the point where now some enemies are gonna be a little bit trickier, so we might want to put some of our better stuff. One thing I want is the hidden spikes. The hidden spikes is gonna carry for a while. Now we need more wood, and we have stone plates covered, and the wooden stakes is also gonna be covered. So we just need some more wood. So I'm gonna click until I get about 150, so we can cover the spikes. And we have a pretty good map for the spikes. Normally, it is our sometimes I might not have this kind of like zigzaggy portion here, and so therefore those spikes are not as good, because as you can see, they're all about, you know, hitting things around it. So, you know, if you have a zigzag path, then it's very, very useful in this instance. We actually have 1, 2, and 3, so we're going to be able to put 3 of those later on, but right now this spike is going to be able to cover the next few rounds pretty efficiently. We might need some anti-flying cannons, because flying enemies are pretty annoying, and I believe they do spawn fairly quickly. Not too sure why this one is going faster than this one. I think it's because the stone stabs. Yeah, they require less stones in general. It's okay. It doesn't matter if it staggers a little bit. It's fine. Honestly, I might be able to split this one again into another stonemason. That might not be a terrible idea. Now I'm gonna try splitting this area first, and if this doesn't work out, I'm just gonna expand it here and add an extra stone worker. But we'll see if this makes it go cleanly. Basically, you want your stonemasons to constantly be working, but also to not be staggering. So there's a sweet spot for it. So the question is, do we get enough stones for all of these to work comfortably? We will see in just a moment. Okay, so these guys are a little trickier. They have armor, and currently our cannons don't deal very well with armor, but that's where ballistas come in. Ballistas are pretty good at dealing with armor. So we're going to put a ballista right around here. We're going to make it focus on armor to take care of these guys. And as you can see, we have our first flying unit And those flying units, they're pretty fast. So we are going to put a couple of flying cannons right around here. There we go. And that should be, we should be good from here on out. We did use a lot of wood, so we got to make sure that we have still a good continued supply of wood. This is really still staggering. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to split this path, and I'm going to go to the next conveyor belt, because this conveyor belt is barely having any issues. So now, there we go. Now this should flow much better. As everything starts. Come on. Oh, we're still... there you go. Ready. It's gonna be beautiful. There we go. Perfect. So this kind of stuff took me a while to really conceptualize and understand. At first, I never used this. I was like, what's the point of that? And the more you get comfortable with these kinds of games, the better you are at dealing with this kind of stuff. Now, one thing I've realized, we're getting to the point where right now, you know, we're like the early mid-game, so I might want to do more sawmills. Ideally, I'd probably want 4 of them. We have a nice supply of wood here for these guys, but I would like to find another area, especially here since this is not being clustered. So I'm seeing some wood here, but not a lot. There's some wood over there. It doesn't matter how far it is. So we're gonna start actually opening up the world a little bit by using beacons. Now beacons, they use some resources, but also use some monster light essence, which is dropped by monsters. And that's how you're pretty much... That's how the game kind of prevents you from just being completely overpowered super quickly, because you still need to kill enemies in order to progress anyway, so you can see more stuff. Now, opening this up is going to show a few things. More chests, which give us more resources, of course. We're going to start seeing better and better resources, such as this huge rock here. And also, you might encounter some of these things there that make your towers more powerful if they are on it. So that's good to know. So I am going to want to build some towers here. I forgot what the blue one does, but we will see in just a moment. Come on. And that should be it. Let's see. Boom. Okay, so this tower, the ability provides range to towers placed on its tile. So that doubles the range of any tower that's on it, I believe. So that's going to be good. That could be our primary... You know, like, damage, like we have like some of our more powerful turrets all around it, and that's going to be pretty nice. Now, in terms of wood, I did find more wood here, so we're going to be using this area to try to do more woodwork. So once again, we're going to build. Actually, I'm going to try 3. I've never really done 3, but let's try it. Can I do 1, 2, and 3? Okay, that should be that's gonna be a lot. And usually planks are more important than spikes, so we're gonna do this. And that means I'm gonna try to go for 4. How do you call these? And you shouldn't wood choppers. And we'll see if that's gonna be good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now we want... See, like, right now, I would love to pause and, like, perfectly, like, you know, align things up before getting started, but no. No pausing, you gotta get going, which I completely understand. That would be too powerful. Right now, you're being attacked by enemies, so it makes sense. It's just... I don't know what they could do about it. It just... Sometimes it can be a little annoying. Okay, so, one thing I've noticed is you usually want to build your line first, and then figure out the rest from here on out. We'll do this. Boop. Boop. So now I know that I need a merger right there. Oh gosh, jeez, I still sometimes do this. There we go. This is going to split. You're gonna go here. You're gonna merge right there, and we're gonna split 3 ways. And we're gonna see how this 3-way split goes for these guys. If we have too many resources, not enough, I don't know yet. We're starting to see some crabs going, like, coming out here. Hopefully that should be okay. We'll figure it out. We want all these to go here and go in there, so we'll do this. There we go. So one merger there. One merger there. And we will do one more merger right here. Perfect. So we'll come back to there. Because right now, obviously, everything is a little stacked up because we didn't have, they were kind of stuck because I didn't continue the progress. Okay, we are starting to take some damage here, so let's build another hidden spike soon. That should really help. The crabs are really good against the hidden spikes, unfortunately, because again, armor, like the hidden spikes suck against armor. So that's not going to be great against the crabs, but we're going to find better ways to deal with those crabs in just a moment. It still does damage to crabs, just not amazing damage, all things considered. There we go. Got our second spikes. That should really help. And I guess we could do a ballista with increased range here. So now this ballista can take care of some crabs from a distance to get rid of some of their armor, because ballistas are really good against that. We're going to change that into a much more powerful thing that can get rid of armor. But for now, this will do. And just for fun, I might as well also add a big cannon, catapult. And catapult just does, they do their thing. They just throw big stuff. So I think we should be fine for a bit here. Let's take a look at everything. Here we're still good on all our resources. We'll have plenty to deal with. These guys will also be there for a while. We've got our wood constantly coming in and our rocks constantly coming in. I think we're fine. We might want more wood, all things considered. And just to make things a little easy, I'm just going to put a wood right there. Boop, without much thought. Let's see how these guys are doing. They're a little bit slow. Took a little bit of damage, that's fine. I might add an extra stone worker. Let's see. Yes, I'm gonna add an extra stone worker. Cool, so let's grab one right there. Go here. And that should help out a bit more here. Cool. And I could honestly have put it. No, that should be fine. That should be fine. How are you guys doing? Okay, you're stopped working, but you're coming back on. Okay, yeah, so you barely have a moment where you stop working. So honestly, that seems like a pretty good amount. Oh, I do realize these are getting staggered. I actually don't know if this is going to help, but I'm going to try it. If I do this and... Oh, wait, no. That was not the right thing to do. I'm trying to figure out, how can I speed up this process? I actually wonder, maybe if I do something like this, that might help out. I'm not too sure, but we'll see. All right, how are we doing? Oh, we got those guys. Okay, those guys are dangerous. We don't want to lose too much health. We could add an extra stone spike, but it does take a little bit. So we have plenty of wood. So let's just, for now, cover the area with these, with the acorn cannons. That should really help out. And we're looking for better resources from here on out. I mean, we could finish this level with just the stone and wood. But I want to showcase some of the cooler stuff that we can find later on. We do need specific resources that are only obtainable further away. So we're going to be looking for that. Obviously, the extra wood now is staggering a little bit the conveyor belt, but not by a lot. So I am not too worried about it. Did that help in any way? I think it did help, actually. That's kind of interesting. You basically have to look at where things are stopping. So right here. And kind of change this area if possible. But we don't really care about maximizing our wood value right now. The priorities are the planks and everything else. We have plenty of planks. We're doing really well on everything. I mean, honestly, I need more wood actually. So, okay, screw it. I'm gonna get one more wood cutter right here. You can just go over there. It's already created for me. Beautiful. Enemies are dying. Cool. Looking good. Great. Perfect. All right, cool. I think it's time to expand a little bit more. We have the resources for it, so let's do that. I think I can do here, and hopefully we can find anything interesting. Let's see. Okay, we did find one of the other cool resources, but I need another one. I need something else to go with this. So, the tower is over here. This area is not too clustered, so we are probably gonna go. Yeah, this area is not great, so I'm thinking we're gonna go this way. So that means I want to open up this area. Let's try this. Oh, we still did not find the thing I was looking for. Chests are permanent, like they give you coins, which is for your permanent upgrade currency in your save file. Let's see if I can find it here. Hopefully I can. No, but we did find a crystal. The goal of the game is to find 2 or 3 crystal, depending on the level you're in, and then you win, pretty much. Well, you have to then find the bad guy's area, and then you just win. This is not super lucky in terms of finding the other resources here. I'm also gonna need some more anti-flight stuff here. I'm just gonna build 2 of those. All right, can I build more? Okay, I'm starting to run low on stone bricks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna convert one of these guys into. Oh, actually, there's already 2 doing stone bricks, and then where's the rest? Are those my only? Oh, this is the only place I do stonework, is it? Oh, I didn't realize that was the only place I did stonework. Well, I think I'm gonna add some more then. Yeah, I'm gonna add some more. Let's actually open up this area, I think. Right here. No, I can't. Right about here should be good. Because I'm gonna utilize this area there to expand. Cool. Oh, we found another crystal. More chests. A lot of chests here, but again, since this is an easy level, I'm not too worried about it. Ooh, you know, if I could instead find the other resource I'm looking for over there, that would be much better. So, but I need more stone. Okay, well, one thing at a time. How are we doing here? We're doing okay. We're still struggling with we're gonna do this. We're still struggling with armored enemies a little bit. So I might put another ballista. Where are you? Ballista right there. Cool. And once again, priority is health and armor. We might also put a spiky boy, but that means we're going to need more stone stuff. So I think I'm just going to start focusing on my stone stuff and not worry about these waves. I think we're going to be okay. Okay, we need more stones. So we have a path going over there. I'm going to do once again. Yeah, we have planks, so we're good here. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 again because I can. So 1, 2, 3. And that means 4 stone workers. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna try to find another way to try to see if I can like do a 4-way without with like the perfect amount. And I think this could work. We do this, and we split the. Oh, we're taking damage. Oh gosh, we're taking damage. These skeleton bros are a problem. Yeah, we're gonna put another spike boy here. It's okay. We have plenty of health, so we should be okay. But yeah, I'm not doing great in terms of. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put more acorn boys for now, using all our wood. As you can see, these guys are done with their wood portion, so we're gonna look for more wood. Oh, there's actually no wood around here. That's pretty terrifying. Wow, there's like no wood around there. All right, well, you obviously go over here. You're gonna go take care of this particular tree, and I'm gonna sell because screw it. Again, like these things really don't cost much. It's just a matter of being quick and efficient. So that should be fine. Even if there's like a splitter that's useless, it does not matter. Right now, we're just trying to get things going. So, I'm going to split this and split this. And then they are going to... Wait, no, that didn't work. Let me think. No, wait. Yeah, if I do this, split them into 4, that's not gonna work. I can split them into 3s, both of them. But that's kind of awkward. I don't know how to do this correctly, actually. I never do 4. I usually do 3 and 3, right? But I'm just trying to make this work. We'll do something like this. We'll see what happens if I do something like this. Right, if I do this... This might be a huge mess, but let's still try it. I don't know if this works. I usually don't do something like this, but I want to give it a shot. We're gonna let this cook and see. Oh wait, that's not gonna work. Need to switch this. There you go. Okay, and we'll see how that looks like in a second. This is the one that's gonna be receiving the most. So we're gonna do stone slabs because these take more time or less time. I forgot. This spaghetti hurts my brain. Well, also I'm taking some more. I'm taking more time here trying to figure things out. Are we good over there? I think we're good over there. So we'll come back to these guys to see how it's going. Oh, we're taking some damage. Let me just finish this, and then I will deal with the damage stuff. Okay, there we go. Whew. Okay, so we should be fine. We'll come back to this. We'll see how this looks, where it's staggering, if anything's staggering. I think everything's right. This goes there. This goes over there. This splits into nothing, so that's not doing anything interesting. So that's just... I'm going to replace this and actually put a normal thing there. So... Yeah, it's splitting there. It's splitting there. Okay, I see. Yeah, we'll see how that looks in just a moment, I guess. Okay. How are we doing here? We're doing okay. We're still struggling with armored enemies. And I'm still looking for iron, I think is the thing I'm looking for. It's, oh no, coal. I'm looking for coal. That's the problem right now. Alright, let's unpause. And we did find this source of it there, which is very intriguing to me. Because I do want to find coal over there. That would be super useful. I need more stone stabs. Okay, so how are we looking here? We have too much going on here. So... Wait, what if I do this? Is that gonna help in any way? Wait, no, this is just a waste, right? Oh, it doesn't matter. We'll come back to it. We'll see how it looks like. I'm still looking for more. I'm still looking for coal. I got a bunch of. I think this is called iron in this game. I think I've got a bunch of iron. I'm just not looking. I'm just not finding any coal. The armored units are still annoying. The Skelebros are a bit of a problem. But I think we're okay. Looks like we're going to be okay. The Skelebro might go by. That's fine. I'm actually going to put a... Oh, yeah. I'm going to put a resin barrel, which is going to slow down enemies. That's going to be pretty helpful. And we're going to put... priority is going to be the healthiest, followed by the fastest. So we're gonna take some more damage here, but it doesn't matter because once you've gotten your full build, you usually stop taking damage. So we got by through the night, so we should be fine from here on out. Okay, this thing is clearly not working. It was a cool idea, but it's not working. So we are, so this area is, there's too much. So what I actually want to do here is I want to split here. And I want this to go over there. Into a split there. That actually makes more sense. There we go. That should be much better here. What's up, roguelike lovers? What is up? Not the most roguelike of roguelike games, but a game I very much wanted to feature anyway. I think this is going to make things much better here. Why are you going this way? Well, it doesn't matter. It's just because you had something there. If I just go... Boop, boop, it's gone now. There you go. Okay, so I'm still looking for a different kind of ore. Let's go look for more. Come on, give it to me. There it is, but that's just one. I need more than one. But we are getting closer and closer to better sources is my guess here. This is a small one too, 750, that's not much. Ugh. Do I still do it? No, it sucks. How many more resources I have? I have plenty too. I can open up a bit more here, so let's continue doing so. Ooh, there's a little chest here. And there we go. Now we can get to the fun part. That should be plenty. Okay, so now we're gonna do. you want something to hurt your brain? Oh boy, this one is more complicated. So we're gonna build some furnaces. Now the furnaces need two things. They need coal and they need iron to go in it. But the tricky thing is just the placement of it can be a little tricky to handle. So basically, you can't just have everything at one place because you want to make sure that one goes in here, one goes in there, the other one goes over there. It'll make sense once I start doing. So we're going to do the iron. We're going to have an iron deposit going straight in there and an iron deposit going over there. Then the coal is going to go behind here, go in here, and then this one will go over there. So we should be fine in this instance. Let's give it a shot. Do this and this. Yes. And then this and this. There we go. So now let me concentrate real quick. So this one actually isn't too bad. Depending on the area, sometimes it can be a little bit trickier. But this worked out just fine here. Beautiful. Now, these guys are going to give me some... I actually don't even know what it's called, but better resources to create better stuff. So we're going to do this. And it's going to be coming in quickly because these things work very fast. Now, we can't have it go over there because if we go in this track, it's going to go into the stone stuff, which we don't want. So we want to make sure we go to an area that has no work going. And I believe right there is a safe area. So we're going to go all the way over there. Oops, doesn't matter. And there we go. And that's going to give us... Okay. Oh god! Oh god! Emergency! Help! Help! Oh my gosh, it's all the freaking... The armored units! They're too strong! Oh no. Do you guys... Oh shoot, it doesn't go that far. Oh. Well, that's a problem. Alright. I'm gonna grab you. Doink. Doink. And doink. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. All good, no panicking, it's all good, everything's a-okay. We'll be just fine, ladies and gentlemen. They're prioritizing the right stuff. Yeah, it's all good. Who needs health when you've got this stuff going in? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, yes. Now, this stuff is good. We are also going to want... we're gonna want something else out of this. eventually. So this is already starting to stagger here. So that means I'm going to create a splitter right here and going this way. And split right there. Beautiful. This might get a little cramped quickly. Okay, we're good now, right? Right, we're good, we're good. Okay, go, we're good, we're A-okay. And we have plenty of health to spare. Perfect. Okay, so now that we're getting some of these iron ingots, yep, we're good. We can create some of the more powerful stuff, such as the buzzsaw thrower. And the buzzsaw thrower is going to rip through enemy health. It's still not going to... Oh gosh, we have a mage. Oh no. Oh gosh. Okay, I took a little too long to do stuff, but... hopefully I can still show a buzzsaw. Okay, good. Let's do buzzsaw. I will do buzzsaw here. And it's just going to prioritize healthy units. And you're going to see he's going to go... bonk, bonk, bonk. Which is pretty cool. Okay, this mage was always going to go through because he has a specific armor piece. Okay, we're at 1 health, but it's all good, people. Everything is A-okay. Because we've got the power of friendship. As long as there's not another mage coming. There's another mage coming. Okay, we might be in trouble. But it's okay, it's okay. It's all fine. Because, I'm not too sure, but we're going to be okay. That's all that matters. Let's just build more catapults. I guess the moral of the story is, if all else fails, just do more catapults. We're going to get rid of these two to have more towers. And more catapults. Yeah, see? Easy. No, we're fine. We're fine. You guys were worried. Oh, that's so cute. Nighttime's coming. It's a little scary, but it's all good. Everything's fine. You guys gotta relax. You have to relax. Also, I'm going to prioritize ones with shield. Because, again, currently, I do not have something to get rid of shields. Also, normally, we're supposed to be done with this game. Also, like, you're supposed to just get the crystals and go to the end and just win. I haven't really focused on that because, again, I just want to showcase stuff. Grab my rewards. I might put a spike here. It's pretty good. Start dwindling down at some of these. Okay, so this mage is really the scary thing. Oh. No! It's fine. At least I got to showcase. I mean, I wanted to just quickly showcase the basics. We're gonna take a look at the harder level with a brand new mechanic. But first, I want to give I'll do my quick rant, just so I can get that out of the way. Yeah, buzzsaw is pretty cool. This stuff is pretty cool. Catapult is pretty strong too, and maybe I'll upgrade those. Oh man, upgrading the hidden spikes is just so good. How much damage? Oh, yes. Boom! Hidden spike upgrade. Easy. Alright. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to mute that for a moment. Alright, well, I'll do like this should take like 30 minutes, hopefully a little less, and then we'll jump back to the next world, which is completely different and really requires a different way of thinking, which is super cool. So if you can hold off for 30 minutes, or if it will be worth it. All right, Tower Factory. What a fun way to do a tower defense game. Now, in the roguelike world, we've seen a lot of different, I would say, quote unquote, attempts at making, tower defense roguelikes. I think once again, it's really hard because it kind of goes against a lot of the principle of roguelikes, which is, generally pretty fast-paced gameplay, even if it's strategy-based, just because the idea is you're going to be restarting from scratch, so you want things to pick up quickly, while tower defense games tend to be very slow-paced kind of mechanically games. So there's a lot of them out there, and I think a lot of them have really different ways of dealing with this issue. Some do it better than others. And Tower Factory, well, I think would also takes it in a different angle. So let's talk about it. First off, charming visuals and audio, obviously, as well. Yeah, I mean, I love the cute, simple 3D art here. Naturally, like you can see, it's not a crazy sophisticated, but one really, really cool aspect is not necessarily the art, but the fact that you have full control of the camera, and then you can zoom in and zoom out and move around, look at the different angles of anything in the game. And when you really zoom in into some of these enemies, they're actually kind of cute. They're pretty funny. I actually really do enjoy some of, like, just zooming in and just seeing the action up close in a 3D environment. I would say that, yeah, even though, once again, there's nothing too crazy art style, it's nothing bad. It's just, it's very simple. I think it works very well in this 3D environment, and being able to really see everything very clearly if you choose to do so. Let me get my notes out because I kind of forgot some of the stuff I had. Cool, yeah. In terms of the music, I like the music. It's very cozy. It's almost kind of triumphant, while a lot of times also, sorry, no, let me start again. In terms of the music, I like it. I think it's fairly simple and chill for the most part, which makes sense because you're just building stuff. You're not controlling a character. You're not trying to be immersed as like a hero. No, you're just like slowly building an entire factory around your tower. And when enemies attack, you've got this cool little, like, slightly more action, more suspenseful music without it being too, out there, like taking you out of context and taking you out of the whole vibe. I think it's quite fitting. So obviously, daytime and nighttime, making sure that nighttime is careful is very prominent in the music. But yeah, I like the orchestra theme around it. I think orchestrally that works quite well because it's a wide world. You're seeing an entire world. You're not just constricted to like a little dungeon and everything. So I think it fits quite well, and it's cute. I feel like I was rambling on that one. I'm not too happy with what I said, but I needed water. That was a problem. All right, so let's talk about the gameplay. Now, obviously, the gameplay is pretty specific here. You actually don't really do much other than just building things. And building things is obviously everything. You are also going to be sometimes clicking on resources and collecting chests scattered around the land. But the point is just build, creating an entire system to go to your tower. We could talk about this for a while. The specifics of how the gameplay works is really cool. And again, as someone who has not played Factorio but does know a lot about it, it definitely does make me feel like, first of all, that I would like Factorio. But I do also believe that if you like Factorio, I think you would like this game, because I think that it does go pretty deep, all things considered. Considering the fact that, again, these are run by run games, so it's not like you can't just constantly be growing your crazy like city factory, because you are supposed to die eventually. So you can't go too crazy like Factorio, but I think the pacing is done extremely well. So you start off, when you start a very fresh file, you're going to have your trees and your rocks around your main tower. You're gonna have to click on them, and then from there on you can start building little things that can cut them for you. Then you move them, then you create conveyor belts to your tower, and then you just get more of that, and then you're like, cool, now I can get to the next resource farming, which are planks and stone thingies. So you just need to grab some of this stone and some of this wood and bring them into a sawmill or something else, and then you get new resources, and those you also need to duplicate. And then when you have plenty of those, you can start going for other things. So it's your usual thing, right? Like you start with very simple resources, and then you build towards the more complex ones as you get into the mid to late game. Now, one aspect I really like in this game is a lot of times games that have that's all about mining and collecting resources. Usually once you get to the point where you're in the mid to late game, you don't really come back to the old resources. You kind of scratch those. You don't need, I don't need copper anymore. I don't need gold anymore. Now I'm only going for diamond and platinum, that kind of stuff. That happens a lot in games, and I think it's kind of sad to just scrap everything from the past and only focus on the new stuff. It's just upgrade. In this game, not so much. I actually love the fact that you're always going to need the stuff from the beginning. Every resource is going to be important throughout your entire runs. Now, obviously, it's not going to be as important as the beginning, right? The wood and rocks are extremely important at the beginning, but I do think that it's really cool to feel like you really have to keep track of everything. It's not just a matter of once you've gotten to this cap, you can scrap all the wood and all the stones. You don't care about them. I find that really exciting and really cool, and it really does make you feel like your entire city around your tower is building, and it's not just constantly going to be moving from one place to another. No, you're constantly just expanding, and you're going to be using everything, and it gets really crazy, and I love that pacing element of it. Now, naturally, in this game, knowledge is key. For the most part, I mean, just being able to be quick and understanding how many woodcutters you need for a sawmill, and how if something is if there's too much traffic in one conveyor belt, what do you do? How do you split those up? These I think is all about just experience and just doing it more and more. And I like the fact that I've been playing this game for about 15 hours now, maybe a little less, maybe 10 or so, and I've gotten to every single run. I get to understand more and more about certain details that just make the flow of, gathering resources better and better and better. And the better I am at this, the more likely I'm going to win. And I think that's really cool. There is just a skill element by just getting to understand how everything works in unison. And that's really been one of the most enjoyable aspects of the game to me. But the other really cool aspect of the game that I haven't talked about yet is the meta progression in Tower Factory. Now, if we go on the upgrades tab right here, you can see that, there's passives, it's tier 1, there's tier 2, tier 3 coming soon. I should have noted, obviously, earlier, this is in early access. They clearly have, this game is not fully out yet, but you can still get this current version of the game on Steam, and I would say that it is very enjoyable as is currently. I'm very excited for the rest. But, this is one of those games where you don't really have to worry about, waiting for the full game to come out, because the upgrade system is super grindy in a way that I love. Now, a lot of times in roguelikes, where you have, meta progression, you do a couple run, you get a few upgrades, you do another couple run, you do upgrades, you get much more powerful, and then from there on, you get more and more upgrades, and it's just after a while, you just don't really care too much about what you grab here in terms of upgrades. A lot of times, at least for someone like me who's very proficient with roguelikes, once you get to a few hours in a roguelike, you're just going to be getting so much resources, you're just going to kind of randomly I'm going to click this, I'm going to upgrade this, I'm going to upgrade this, I'm going to upgrade this. Here, that is not the case. Every time I get gold, in this game, I have to pay so much attention and really think about what I want to upgrade, because the game overall is very slow, which makes sense considering it's not only a tower defense game, but also a Factorio-like. Talk about slow-paced games overall, which I'll get to even further in a bit. So every time you do a run, you're going to collect a few gold, but enough to upgrade, quite a few things. But it's really important to know what to upgrade, because these upgrades are extremely important, considering that there's not too much to work with overall for a lot of the game early on. And when I mean early on, even after 10 hours, I'm only starting to work with tier 2. Now, you might think that's pretty boring. You only have this stuff to work with at the beginning. I don't think it's boring, because, again, the way you move your tracks and having to figure out how things work and just being more and more comfortable with splitting tracks and making things go underground, going from one place to another, and then having to move your resource gathering tools to another location because they're done with like clearing a tree and a branch, like a tree or in a rock, stuff like that. All this is just by itself very fun and engaging, in my opinion, that you can have just like the game is enjoyable even with this, with the passives and the tier 1 stuff. Now, in terms of the towers, obviously, right now we've only been talking about the building aspect, but this is a tower defense game, and the tower defense mechanic is very minimalistic. It's definitely 80% Factorio, 20% tower defense, which again is the point of the game, right? Now, these upgrades are really going to significantly increase the power level of these towers. They might not look like it much, but right now it goes from +4 base damage, +8, to also increasing the attack speed by about a quarter or something like that. Considering that these flying cannons are going to be on your board and you're going to have like 6 of them for like an hour, these upgrades really go a long way. So at the beginning of when you start a fresh file, you're not going to have any of this stuff and you're going to be so weak, but you're going to just spend the time just learning how it works. And when you go to start a game, each night that you survive, you get a certain amount of gold. And then each level that you fully complete, you get a prized pool of gold. You can also find gold by exploring the whole map. So there's different ways of getting gold. But basically, when you first start, you're going to go to the Silent Meadows, meadows, however you call it. And you're going to survive like 2 or 3 nights. You're going to get three gold, and you might find a few more gold scattered around. So you might get a total of 5, 6 gold. You're going to go back to your upgrades, and you can upgrade one of these things because they cost very low amount of gold. And you can start seeing the stuff later on is going to cost a lot. You're like, oh my goodness, when I get there. But then once you start beating the runs, and you get to the next level, and everything is doubled, and then it doubles again, you might think that, oh, once you get to this point, that, you can just buy everything. But no, I think the upgrades somehow perfectly align with you being able to, buy stuff and then get to the things that are more expensive, but also get to the levels that are going to give you equally the same amount of gold to buy all these things. You would say, well, yeah, naturally, that's how these things go. But I think it's actually hard to balance this kind of these kinds of like features in terms of like making sure you get enough resources, like making sure that the more you play, the more resources you get, but the more the upgrades get more expensive. Generally, that balance I find really hard to really do in a way where you don't get to a point where at the end you just don't care about what you upgrade because you're just so powerful. You have so many resources. Yes, they cost more. They're more expensive, but who cares, right? A lot of times, that's how at least I end up finding a lot of roguelikes to do. But not in this game. Every time I get an upgrade, I am excited because I feel like it could really change the next run I'm going to have, and it's going to allow me to find more and more coins and get to the next level, which takes a while because, once again, this game is hard and very slow. So it really does require patience, and it requires a lot of knowledge. And one thing I haven't really talked about is the level design. I'm going to dive more into the level design in just a moment, but overall, I will say that the different biomes that you unlock later on, currently just this one, is so cool because they didn't really change too much, but without getting into too many spoilers, it actually does push you to have to change the way you play just because of how the resources are distributed completely differently. As you can see, there's way more trees. Basically, there's more trees, but they give less wood, and that changes everything. And it's so cool with just a simple change how differently I have to play the game, because now there's more trees which block the path of everything, but also I have to constantly be moving my wood cutting tools accordingly because I'm constantly cutting down all the trees. It's super cool. It's a really, really cool way to actually have interesting level design in a Factorio / tower defense game. So yeah, really, really cool aspect in that regard. I'm really excited to unlock the next level and to see the next 2 biomes naturally, I would imagine. But yeah, so that was just my little side on just the progression of level of the pacing of unlocking more levels and how the currency is given to you upon doing so. I think it works really well with the upgrades, and I love the upgrade mechanic. So yeah, thumbs up on that regard. All right. Now, let's go back to some other stuff. I want to talk about the tower defense mechanics. So once again, the tower defense is very minimalistic. You do upgrade your towers, and that's really important. Basically, you're being constantly attacked by enemies. They get stronger and stronger. You are going to die unless you finish the level by finding the gems around the world, which is, that's an interesting mechanic. But the towers itself, one element that is a little... I wish there was a little bit more to the towers. Currently, the towers, you can't upgrade them. You can't change their, the ballista is always doing exactly the same thing in every single game, no matter what. Other than just upgrading like the actual... other than the actual upgrade tree that we talked about previously, which again isn't a permanent progression, not during the rogue, like during the runs, you can't really interact with that much. Now, usually when you look at most other tower defense games, ones that really prioritize the tower defense mechanic, when you place a tower, the idea is you're going to upgrade them. Now, sometimes it's just upgrading their stats, sometimes it's changing their forms. Now, I can see that currently it would be pretty hard to balance that and to put that into the game as it stands, because the game is kind of like a lot of times you can put like a lot of different towers in a tower defense game, and it's usually all your resources are just spent on towers, period. Here, since actually like 70% of your resources are not going to be on towers. I mean, the end goal is towers, right? But you also have to expand the world, and that costs a lot of resources. The idea is that you kind of just leave your towers on the side, and you shouldn't be thinking about it too much. And I get that. I understand why you wouldn't want players to have to think too much about things outside of just the resource management. So you probably don't want to have too many technical things on the towers, but I still kind of wish there was something more I could do to my ballistas, something more I can do to my acorn cannons to make them feel a little different every now and then. Now, there is, you can find those little glyphs, things throughout the world that do increase a stat of one of your towers, but it doesn't matter which tower it is put on, and that is a fun aspect of the game. I do appreciate that, but again, the tower itself doesn't change. It's just a glyph you can find throughout the world. So I kind of wish there was just a little something extra on the tower, maybe, but again, I understand that since there are different tiers, and naturally you're going to find more powerful towers just by getting better resources. I understand that. But yeah, it's just a little disappointing for me as a tower defense love. If they don't end up changing that, I completely get it. It's just an extra thing that I personally like. Now, one thing that I would like changed somehow, I also don't know how, is this whole pause mechanic. Oh man, it's so complicated because while you're playing, you can pause the game in order to just look around, like just take a breather. But you can't build during pausing, which makes sense because you're constantly at the threat of enemies attacking you, and time is also a resource. And the game doesn't, the developer doesn't want you to just cheat your way out of having to deal with the night and day cycle. So naturally you can't build during pause. But it is rather frustrating because sometimes it's not a matter of like, oh, I want to spend like 10 minutes building stuff. It's more like, oh, I screwed up one of the aspects of like how, like I screwed up how one of the conveyor belts works, and I'm like, oh shoot, this is not working. Let me just move things around. But obviously, I want to do this in pause mode because I have a lot of resources that are going on these conveyor belts at the time of me fixing things. And while I'm on pause mode, if I were to build the new path and like switching things around, that I wouldn't lose resources. But in real time, you kind of just lose resources that you have to build over just because you did a mistake, and you're going to do some mistakes here and there. I get it, oh, well, you get punished for doing a mistake, or, sometimes it's not, you have to lose a bit of resources here and there. It's not the end of the world. It's just a little bit frustrating, and even after 10 plus hours of playing this game, I still get in situations where I pause, I'm like, oh, shoot, I just want to move a little something, and I still try to build, and the game still stops me. My brain is still not 100% like letting me like my brain is still not 100% getting the fact that I can't build during pause every now and then when I just want to do a tiny adjustment here and there. So I don't know how they could fix that because I see why you can't do this, but it is a bit of a shame. Personally. One thing, another aspect that I want to talk about is the actual level design. Now, I did talk about the difference between the first two biomes, but I want to talk about the overall arcing idea of you need to expand the world. If you could see the entire world, like if you could see the entire map, you would win instantly because you would grab the gems, which is what you need to do in order to win, and then you would click on the tower of the enemy, and then you would just launch your gems. That's how you win the game. So the whole point is not even towers, it's not even resources. The whole point is just expanding the map at the end of the day. Now, obviously, even though that's the goal of the game, that's not what you care too much about at the start or at the middle, or if at all, because sometimes I just want to build and not really want to win, because you still get coins for just clearing nights, right? So the idea is you stay alive as long as possible throughout like as many nights as possible, and at the very last second you win the game. That's how you're supposed to collect as many coins, and that's really what's enjoyable. Now, I do like the exploration aspect. Currently, you have to use resources to expand the light. There are different towers that can expand the light in different ways. You're going to be using the same one for a while. And throughout the world, you're going to find a few things. Chests that give you resources, chests that give you gold, different resources that you can actually start using, like iron and coal. You're going to expand on the pathing of the monsters. You will find the gems to win. And then the little glyphs that I talked about that improve your towers. Now, that's it. And you might say, well, that seems like a lot. Yeah, it does get... I kind of wish there was even more to find. And I think that's something that they're probably going to expand on, hopefully. Currently, by the mid-game, if you've played a lot of runs, you don't really care about what you find. It's like, oh, cool. A little chest and a little gold. It's nice to find gold. It definitely feels super rewarding because, once again, you really do want to upgrade that upgrade tree, and that upgrade tree is going to take a while to fully upgrade. So it's nice. I kind of wish there was a little bit more. One little detail I wish they could change was the fact that sometimes the border of the map is they don't show you where the border of the map is, which I get. You're supposed to explore, but sometimes you put a big pillar of light somewhere, and then you realize you're at the edge of the light of the map, and that was just kind of wasted, and that feels pretty terrible. So I wish that they would actually tell you where the edge of the map is. I don't care if like, oh, you're supposed to explore know where the edge is. I get it, but it's just more frustrating than anything else, personally. So yeah, I hope they expand on the map area. But overall, I like the level design. I do like the fact that you still find stuff, and every time I put a pillar of light, I am kind of excited to see what kind of resources there are. But I wish I could be even more excited to find something really, really unique that you only find once in the entire map, right? That kind of stuff would be super cool to find. So yeah, that's gameplay and level design. So I think one thing I want to kind of finish up on is note that this game is once again all about building fast and knowledge and knowing how to do things. So I think one priority to the developers is going to be quality of life improvements. Now, currently the game feels pretty good. A lot of things like feel natural, like moving, like designing a line, like moving things around. It's pretty good, but I want it to be kind of perfect for a game like this, where you're going to be constantly building things extremely quickly, and from afar, and like these little trails, and then like pulling this. I really hope that they're somehow going to just keep on improving automation, for like sometimes I'm trying to build a path, and sometimes I wish the computer would know what I'm trying to build, because I'm like, oh, well, obviously I don't want to go the opposite direction here. That makes literally no sense. So a lot of this kind of like some automation, not automation that takes away from you having to, do, like, I don't want the automation to take away from, the skill, right? But I want some automation to take away from like just the unnecessary, like, oh, I have to press this button and this button in order to make these things collide. Like, a lot of this stuff is going to be really, really important for high level players. I think early on that doesn't really matter. It does take a little bit to get comfortable with the controls, but I think that's fine. So I really hope that that things are going to be easy and like easier and easier to build and to be able to make your pathing correctly. Especially, I want I want players that have the knowledge and skill to be rewarded, and to just do like things and then build this, and then I want things to be very, very fast. Now this could just be me, and currently I'm pretty fast, I would say, and it is pretty nice, but it would be even cooler if I didn't have to like sometimes move certain things one direction, and like, yeah, I get it, I have to press a button, but it's a very small thing. But I'm imagining that even in especially in the late game, where like you really have your entire map filled with like resources and stuff, that I would need, like, I would imagine that this stuff needs to be really important. Currently it's great, but I'm just hoping that it's going to keep on being great as the game progresses. But yeah, this is a pretty actually, no, I'm not gonna get there yet. I want to talk about some tiny little detailed notes that I wrote down. These are very small things, but I think that would definitely help improve the game in some ways. First off, I'd love to have more information about which of the sawmills and like stone things are building what. Sometimes when I have a lot of these things built, I don't know which one is I don't know if I have most of them creating wooden planks or something else. I kind of wish there was information about that. I'd like to get like a little notification if things are just not moving. Sometimes you get the notification if something is put in the wrong way, like if like you get a notification if like you're out of trees and stuff, but you don't get a notification if you just accidentally have like one of your treadmills just going the wrong direction, and then like everything is stopped and you just don't see it because you have too much on the screen. That kind of stuff I wish was shown. More stats at the end. I wish there was more stats at the end. I want to know how much damage my towers did. Like, there is stats about how many enemies you killed and how much damage you did, but you don't care about that. You want to know how much specific towers did. I kind of wish I would know how many specific towers, like how much damage specific towers did, and the amount of resources I've gathered specifically. I think that'd be great. It would be also really useful to have a top view. I did praise the game for having a lot of different angles, 3D and everything, but a top-down view would be pretty useful, especially in the second biome where there's a lot of trees and it can be hard to know if there's a particular path that I can take. So a top view would be really, really cool. Some towers, I wish their bullets were a little faster, because sometimes there's the slowing enemy movement speed tower like lobs a bullet that takes forever to reach the enemy, and most of the time the enemy's just dead, which does not feel good. Also, bigger zoom. I want a bigger zoom out. Sometimes, like again, in the early stages of the like when you start playing the game, that's not going to be an issue. But in the late game, I like to zoom out even more to see a huge view of everything I've done. That would be great. But yeah, those are the little detailed things that I had written down for more experienced players, I would say. These kind of things are not going to be an issue as you get started. But yeah, so overall, in conclusion, I think Tower Factory is a really fantastic, fun, like, Factorio light, you know, because all things considered, I haven't played Factorio, but I know it's much more complicated. But I think it's a really nice twist on that genre, and it feels great to have all these resources go, like, you just collect all these resources and collect and create really cool towers around that. I would say that this is not an easy game for most people, I would say, because you have to, you know, be comfortable with building, but you also have to be quick. There's always a sense of, you know, timing. It's not like things go extremely fast in the first place, but there's still, you know, a night and day cycle. The pacing is fantastic. I have not felt that kind of pacing in a game in a very long time. I love it feels very, very rewarding to clear levels and to get gold. And this is one of those kind of games where this sentiment I haven't felt in a long time, where I'm excited to see the next level. It's not just like, oh, once I've got the game, I could just clear a level, move on, clear a level, move on, clear a level, move on. I'm more powerful. No, like every level feels like a next step, and every upgrade feels so important. Everything feels very impactful in this game, and this could just be my experience. Maybe it was just because the pacing was absolutely perfect for the way I was playing, but honestly, I hope that you can also feel that way and that you get this experience, because it is extremely enjoyable. I really enjoy beating a level and getting rewarded with a bunch of gold that takes me to the next level. Realize I'm super under-leveled in comparison. Choose which one is better, to either go back to the old level again to clear it and get more gold, or try the new level and just get gold throughout different nights and get more information. It's a really nice twist. If I were to, things that I hope are going to be improved or added, just again, more quality of life things, more information that I already talked about, a bit more roguelike elements potentially. Once again, clearly this is not a very, like, you know, roguelike game in quotation, right? But I do think they can add a little bit more stuff throughout the actual map in order to kind of give a bit more of that sense without having to add too much more complexity. But I do think it'd be nice to just have more things to find, and potentially a little bit more stuff to do with the towers. But again, I could understand why they wouldn't want to go this route. So yes, once again, Tower Factory is in early access, so if you want to wait for the full release, I completely understand. But I will say, currently, with the pacing of this game, I don't think the full you need to wait for the full release to get like a big portion of the experience, because it is very enjoyable as it is. But yeah, that's about it. How long was that? Jeez. Hey, what do you miss? Legendary long I got up and did something else, came back, and it was still going. Give it up for a 30-minute rant. Good night, Darter. I don't even know. Wait, can I see when messages were sent? I don't know if I can, actually. I don't know if this was like a second, like if it was like a minute ago or something. But oh well. I am going to start another run because it is very fun. Sorry you got to miss the next level. What's up, Darter? Sabora, hope you're doing well if you're still here. And yeah, let's do this Deciduous Pathways. And again, I've never beaten this one, but I have played a lot of the Stony Grove for practicing and for recording footage, so I should be much more powerful than I was before. So let's give this a go. It's sitting. You have to setting. I have to turn on. Really? Oh, timestamps. There you go. Oh, you're right. Oh, wow. Huh, thanks for that. Darn it. Ah, I was like 5 minutes away. Oh, well. Do you see messages? Well, thank you. Thanks for that. Okay, how does this map look? Actually, this looks like a fantastic map. Oh my god, what a good map this looks like. Holy. This obelisk is not going to be as good in this edge. But the fact that this circles back, wow. That is powerful. All right, let's start opening some of these chests here. Oh, wait, music. Chest, and chest. Cool. So, we got a bunch of trees here. We are not looking good on stones. Ooh, stones are pretty limited here. Got 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Ooh. That I'm gonna have to figure out. I mean, there are... yeah, I only have 3 here. Okay, well, let's not worry about that for now. Let's start clearing some of these trees. I'm gonna build a few... Okay, we're gonna build this here. I'm gonna build this here. Do this, and you're gonna go this way. Actually, scrap that. Would rather have you go this way, actually. There we go. In case I want to work with that stone, which I probably will be needing to work with that. So actually, I think I'm going to do that right now, to be honest. Just boop. And boop. And we will be doing that. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. So we got our stone, a little bit of stone, and a little bit of wood supply going for now. Again, in this map, enemies are going to be pretty vicious very quickly, so we are going to have to get things going at a fairly quick pace. Man, these trees are blocking a lot of my way. But as you can see, one of the trees is already done, so you can see that things are going to be clearing out very quickly. Let's do an... Oh, gosh. Again, see. Let's do another one here just to get this stuff going as quickly as possible. And so we have 64. I'm going to just for fun, I'm going to put a actually no, man, this obelisk sucks. Let's just put a little acorn here, just when enemies come by. Man, the fact that it comes back is so good. Holy shrimp, so awesome. I'm also going to need to clear this pathing here. There's just too many trees. So, let's start doing this. So I'm not really doing this for the wood at this point. I'm just doing it so I can start clearing this area as fast as possible. But let's start actually working towards the more important stuff. Stone stuff. Am I really gonna have to go all the way around for this stone? Potentially. Okay, well, for now... Okay, these two do work. So... I think I'm gonna do a third one here. Oh, man. I don't have enough space for my stonemasons, right? I want 2 stonemasons, but I don't want it close to my city because it's just kind of cluster things way too much. Yeah, this sucks. I'll think about it. In the meantime, let's just build some more rocks. Okay. So right now we're just working with basic resources, but we're gonna need to start doing more than just the basics very quickly here. So let's start looking at the wood stuff. Where could be a good place to start putting like 2 sawmills. There's like no place to have 2 sawmills, huh? I mean, theoretically, this area... actually, this tree sucks. This is the tree that's screwing everything up. I need to clear this tree, and I might be able to put 3. I might be able to put 3 sawmills here, which would be awesome. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I could just move this afterwards. 1. Right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. So now I just have to move this guy. You can still do wood, but I just don't want you to do it here. There you go. Okay, this hurts this hurts me a little bit. I'm just gonna do this. All right, cool. So now we got 3 sawmills ready to grab stuff. And now I just need 4. Is it 4 that I want or 3? Yeah, 4. I'm back to this stupid thing where I'm creating a... You know what? Screw it. I'm going all in. No, I do have a tree right there, so I just have to chop that down tree. I'm gonna do... I mean, you know what? We could start easy and just do stuff like... Can do like 1, 2... I need... Theoretically, I need 6 to really make this work correctly. I'm not gonna have the space here, am I? Was this a mistake? Okay, well, we're gonna keep it simple for now. We're just gonna do this, and we're gonna make it much better later on. We're just gonna have 1 tree each right now. Or one cutter each. That's wood. And we'll do another wood here. Okay. Okay, so that should be pretty decent. There. There we go. That should be pretty good. We'll see how like this is gonna be pretty slow, especially for the wooden stakes. Wooden stakes do take a little bit longer, so it's not super reliable right now, but it will do as is. How are our turrets doing right now? I think they're okay. I put a ballista just to have something going on right here. That should be able to take care of the first wave. I think I haven't played this level in a hot second, so I'm a little uncertain now. Let's put more acorns. Okay, we should be fine with this. That should be good enough. Okay. I'm still worried about the stone situation, though. Stone is a bit of an issue. Yeah, I need... Oh boy. Those 2 stones are being taken care of. I could try to do... Yeah, double... I think I need to... Man. This is complicated. I need to use this, and I want to do 2 stonemasons. But I don't have much space for that. I think if I clear this one right there, I might be able to make something work. Okay. Yeah, I can do two stonemasons here. There's not a good path for this stuff, though. I mean, if I cut... This is where I would love to have the up view, because right now I don't know, like, it's kind of hard for me to know what is open. Like, do you actually have a way to get there right now? I don't think so. I think everything is blocked off. I would have to cut some trees down, which is fine. If I cut this tree down, that's gonna give me some space, but I still don't have a good place to put 2 stonemasons until this stuff is cleared out, which again they are working on, but slowly. I could move this stuff instead, but let's just do 1 for now, which sucks. But we'll just do 1, and we'll work on something better very quickly. Okay, one tree cutter is done. Again, I'm happy that I have some tree cutters right now. It really is going to help clear out some of this way. Which one was I working on? Or the one right there? Okay, you can see it. Okay, day 2 is going to get much trickier very quickly. I think there's going to be a lot of flying enemies. We currently have a very, very, like, bad, like, we have, like, no good, no good towers, so. See, it got rid of, why did it get rid of my resources? I was excited for this. Like, I was just moving it around. That seems unfair. Okay, we need to start worrying about stuff. Okay, so we're gonna have a little bit of stone bricks working. It's gonna be a little slow, but let's see how slow it is. It's not super slow. It's not super slow. It's okay. It's okay. It will do for now. It will do for now. Yeah, it will do for now. The problem is I'm only working on 1 kind of stone thing, but so be it. I'm looking for 30 here, so I can put a hidden spikes right there. That's going to be extremely helpful. I think the hidden spikes is one of the strongest early game towers. Okay, oh gosh, I really need it soon. Thank you. Okay, more wood right here. Cool. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Bam, bam, bam. Ah, so powerful. So good. That's just gonna carry the early stage. Man, like in terms of the enemy pathing, the map is fantastic. But in terms of the, resource gathering, it is tough. I might want to expand here now. Oh my gosh, I need so many more. I need more stone bricks. I can't do anything without stone bricks. So if I do this, I have to cut down this tree, this tree. I can't even build here. I mean, I guess I could do this. I hate using one of those bad things. Like, these are so weak. Oh, that's a big rock, though. Wait a minute. That's a big rock. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna put two stone masons here. We're gonna do our triple, our usual triple. 1, 2, 3. Okay, forge those here, expand that here, and open up here. There we go. One does stone slabs, the other does not. Get those together. Woo! And start cutting this stuff. Okay, yeah. We should be looking good. We should be looking good. We're gonna get more stone stuff. Whew, okay. Just have to cut down some of this stuff. Clear that out. Clear that out. Beautiful. Okay, how are we looking? Looks pretty good. Yeah, you can go in there. All right. Okay, and we are starting to see some of those flying enemies. Those flying enemies suck. So let's put some flying cannons. Okay, that should be better. Alright, taking care of those. We don't have anything against armored enemies, but I don't know if there are armored enemies anytime too soon on this map, so we should be okay. How are we doing on resources? We're doing pretty good. We're doing much better already. Okay, let's expand. Uh-huh. And that's the part I really like about this map that you don't really have to do on the other map, is really have to move your things and just cover more resources around. I really like that aspect. I really like it. Okay, I definitely want to expand here. We do have a beacon ready. I'm a little worried to put the beacon next to the stone stuff because, again, I don't want to take away some of my stuff. Okay, let's see what we find. Hopefully some good stuff. Okay. Resources, chest, more chest. Okay, so we do have a... Can I build over this? I can. Interesting. Okay, so I might want to expand over there. No, the edge of the map is right there. Where is it exactly? Little resource thing there. Just want to see what it is. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I think beacon is kind of okay around here. Okay. So we can definitely go over there. How are we dealing with enemies? Yeah, we're doing completely fine with enemies. This is a range obelisk. Yeah, range is going to be pretty useful, but... we have a lot of coal, but no iron. Ugh, man, if there was like an iron ingot here, that would be so good. But I'm glad to see that I can definitely do more stone stuff here. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. 2 more of these guys. 3 more Stony Boy. Same thing. Sell this. Move this. Boof. Boof. You do the other one. And now we're good on stone stuff, which is awesome. We were really worried about the stone stuff, and now we're doing fine. I might actually want to take a closer look at the other, at the wooden stuff now. Am I blocked here? Oh, I am blocked. Okay. Oh, also, we have way too much work going on the... over there. Yeah, actually, wait. This needs to go over here now. Oh, yeah, wait, no, this definitely needs to go over here. There we go. Clear it that way. And actually... I'm gonna do this, so I can clear out more space. I am losing all this resource, but it's okay, it's just wood. There we go, we're gonna do this. Oh, jeez. Cool. Also, you're going to go over here because we need more space. That area, clear this thing. Cool. Okay. You need more wood there. We're gonna need to expand in terms of the area. around here for more wood. But for now, it should be fine. This is catching up, so it's a little slow, but it's understandable. You also... I think we're going to need to start looking at towers here. I think we're going to start taking some damage soon. How are we doing? Again, the stone spike is carrying as long as the beetles are just there, but it's not going to be beetles for too much longer. Also, yes, I was working on this. Come on. Whew, okay. There's less traffic on this conveyor belt, so we'll do it here. All right, look at all this resource. Woo, baby. Okay, we're still only fighting these guys, so we should be fine. How am I doing on the wood stuff? I'm still not super happy with our wood situation, but should be fine. Let's build some... Actually, let's open up the viewpoints here. What do we got? Got a chest. Got some... Oh, there's another one here. No way. Oh. That's a annoying one. Let's do one of those. And one of those. And you're going to focus on... Yeah, armored enemies, because the armored enemies are, again, the problem. Look at the range they have, though. Holy. Okay. We're doing pretty good. One thing is missing. That's fine. It's just more wood stuff. Again, I'm going to need a pillar around here very soon, though. How much? Oh, gosh, we need to kill more enemies. Well, we are killing enemies, but... how are we doing? I think we're doing okay here. Yeah, we should be fine. Let's let that going. So right now, I'm gonna switch to wooden planks because we have plenty of wooden stakes, but we need more planks. So I'm going to expand here so I can just get more wood. Cool. There we go. I was running a little bit low on wood in this area, so that's pretty good. We found more rocks if we need to, but I think we're covered now on the rock situation with this new play here. Oh, wow, they're already... Oh, wait, no, it's this one. I was like, wait a minute, why is this so... it's over here. Okay, so we have coal. I'm looking for iron. Iron would be sweet. No iron, where would be an ideal place for iron as well? Also, I definitely want the one that slows down enemies. So around here. Actually, right here would be even better. So I'm going to clear this tree. Okay, we'll see how this night goes. Again, I'm not building crazy towers right now, so hopefully we'll be okay. But again, my hidden spikes is definitely carrying me right now. But it's not going to last. Okay, so you're going to prioritize the healthiest, followed by the furthest to the tower. So right now this is okay. We could build a few catapults, to be honest, but we're missing some planks. I think I'm going to need some more wood and stuff. Yeah, I'm running a little bit low on wood. Wood and stuff. I'm not running low on wood. Actually, I'm almost wondering if I just stop all my wood production, just fully focus on more planks and stuff. Where can I do some more sawmills? I'd like to do 2 sawmills next to 3 wood things. I think I'm going to start doing it here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to move this here for now. And I'm going to see, can I put 2 sawmills there? Comfortably. Okay, Could do this. I think I need to clear this tree. I think that's the solution here. Okay, next, I'm a little worried about the next day, so we need to get this thing going. So I'm going to do the sawmill situation, and then I'm just going to focus on new towers. Cause I think we're reaching a point right now where it might start getting a little dangerous. So we got 2 sawmills now, and we need 3 woodcutters now. Hopefully that should be good. This, all right, of course. 2 and 3. Oh shoot! No wait, that's not gonna work. No, okay, it will. I need to just move this one more forward because I need all these to get together in one, like this, and then split here into 2. Whew. Okay, and these guys can go right here. Okay. All right, and that's looking pretty good. And you know what? One of you guys can go back to doing wooden stakes. Okay, so you can go here. You can go here. Oops. No, that's good. Okay, cool. All right, I think we're looking pretty good now. Because this is, I mean, even though this is all cramped, it's slowly going to expand as I cut down those trees, which is also pretty useful. Now, the next step, again, is hopefully to start looking for iron. But first, let's build up a little bit more defense here. I think we want our 2 catapults. 2 catapults should hopefully take care... Oh my gosh, look at the range. Yeah, the two catapults should definitely help with the next few waves. I think we'll be okay with what we have here. So let's look for iron close to some ore here. Again, this is the edge of the map, so we definitely don't want to go over here. There's a lot of trees here, which I'm not a fan of. So I'm almost wondering if we should just continue expanding this way. I think I'm going to do that. I'm not... okay, I'm still a little low on planks. That's okay, though. We just started this whole plank system, like this new one, so we should start getting planks pretty quickly here. And these, like, the increased range is just so good, though, in this scenario, though. That's really going to take care of a lot of enemies from afar. There's a lot of open area here. It'd be great to find some... If there were, like, some iron and ore here, it'd be great. Let's take a look at the 3 areas we have and how fast things are going. Here, we're getting a little bit... It's a little slow here. No, it's okay. Yeah, it's like a limit. Right now, like, we're definitely maxed out here. Here, it's hard to tell. Looks like it's going average pace. And this is definitely the area that we could definitely give more, but that being said, it'd be pretty hard looking at where it is placed. So I think we're just gonna keep this as is. So yeah. Oh, how are we looking here? Oof. These crabs are a little scary because again they have armor, so they're pretty good against my wooden spikes, wooden spikes. But my catapults should take care of things that go over there, hopefully. We'll see, though. You know what? Can I build... I know I built over my obelisk, but... Yeah, there you go. I'll put 1 catapult right here. Because it has double damage? Or was it? 100% damage. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is definitely going to be... I'm almost wondering if I should... Yeah, maybe I should. Let's make sure it's not... Wow. I'm going to need more than that now. Yeah, I need to take care of this. Yeah, that's what I need. How are we looking? They're getting there, but it should still be okay. It's a little scary, but once they get closer to my tower, they get in range of other things, so... Okay, so now I can put another catapult here, which honestly, I'm all up for. And I might be able to put a bike here as well. Okay, yeah. We should be okay. It is looking scary. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely scary, but I think we'll be okay. I can put more catapults. It is using a lot of my resources, but honestly, they're pretty strong, so... Okay. Alright, we got 3 that are we need 3 more resources here. I'm realizing these guys are not doing anything, but that's totally fine. Okay, move you more back. Move you more back. All good. So how are we looking like right now? Whew. I think we're good. We have these big boys right there. They have a lot of health, but nothing that my pikes can't handle, hopefully. Potentially. Please. Okay, it's getting a little scary. Okay, I need to start putting some acorns down. I'm going to cover the rest of the screen with acorns. Until I'm maxed out. Okay. Oh, wait, there's another place for a pike here. I didn't realize. Perfect. Okay, so that should be good enough. And that is a genuine strat, by the way. Once you have enough wood, you can just fill up your max count of towers with acorns, because they're still pretty powerful. And then slowly sell them to just replace them with better towers. But again, right now the problem is we are just being... We need to progress faster. So we have a lot of resources to open up the field here. Yes! We finally got some, but now I need some... I do need to find coal in this area. Oh gosh, oh my goodness. Is all the coal in one area and all the... Oh my goodness. I think that's just pure luck. Pure unluckiness. Okay, I don't think that's always the case. Oops. Are we good here? Yeah, we're good. Okay. Okay, oh man. Let's open up here. Please. Okay, there's one thing here, but that's not gonna be good enough. Ugh, scary stuff. Okay. That might be good enough. If I go here and here, over there. Yeah, that might do it. Okay, we are done with the wood stuff here. Which means I need to expand here as well. Oh, we found one of the crystals. Okay. Oh, well, I know what to do in this instance. Let's do this. Yoink, yoink, and yoink. Oh, there you go. That wasn't too complicated. Nice, can grab this chest. Okay, so. This doubles the attack speed of my turrets here. My towers here, so I can put some really powerful towers here as well. Honestly, some ballistas to get rid of armor here would be really solid, but I'm a little low on wooden planks coming up. Okay, you guys are done. That's fine. I'm just gonna get rid of you. No, see, like what are you doing? There you go. Okay, so that's done. We're good on. We're honestly quite fine on stones, so I'm not too worried about it. Still getting more wood. We always need wood, so it's just fine. Where was a place where I had some... Okay, it's this stuff. Okay, so now we're gonna do a underground belt. Yeah, I'm gonna need to do an underground belt. And I think I'm gonna split the. Okay, we'll think about it. So we'll do this. Actually, yeah, this is even better. So we do this. Okay, we start building our tier 2 stuff now, finally. Okay, that's fine. This goes over here. It's going to go over there. And you are going to start building iron. And we need 2 furnaces. Ooh, that's gonna be complicated. Wait. How am I gonna do this? Oh, shoot. Wait. Because I need... Okay. I know how. Okay. This is gonna be fun. So I'm gonna do this. Okay. I'm going to split this one so that it also goes this way. Okay. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Woo, perfect. Am I too late? Hopefully not. Okay. Now, this stuff needs to go all the way over there. Okay. Let's make sure that this goes like this. Goes here. Oops. This way. Actually, what am I doing? I don't need this stuff anymore. Get out of here. It's a little messy, but it will work. Okay. Cool. How are we doing here? Are we alive? Are we good? Kind of. Okay. Okay. We can start building the more powerful buildings very soon here. The buzzsaw. I still need a little bit more. I think we're going to be fine. I think we're going to need the buzzsaw for the evening, but I think we'll be fine until then. Yeah, we should be fine. Okay. And then we'll put it at the... actually, I'm not too sure where I'm going to put it. Because buzzsaws are really good at the end, honestly. Yeah, I'm going to put it at the end here. Probably replacing these guys, because they're really good against things that don't have armor. This is looking a little sketchy, but... Okay. And prioritize healthiest. And then we're going to build a few... we want to get like 3 of those. And you can see the buzzsaw. You go bonk, bonk, bonk. And they really do a lot of damage. So that's going to be pretty useful. Okay. Okay, these guys are doing really good work too. I'm actually pretty happy with this. I'm almost wondering if I should actually really focus on that. Oh, I have 6 things that are not working anymore. Oh gosh. It's all good. We got more trees here. You don't have much more trees, but it's okay. I'll just put you here instead. here. Here. You're just helping clear out the way, honestly, but... Okay, how are you looking here? We're looking... okay? Right? Yeah, looking just fine. A little scary, but it should be fine. Can I do more buzzsaws? Yep, so I can do one more buzzsaw. So let's get rid of this guy. And then we'll duplicate this buzzsaw. Next is going to be the bombard. That's going to be our next big thing, but we're going to need more resources. Okay, so I'm realizing this is not... yeah, this is definitely getting clustered. I was worried it was going to happen, but I didn't know how else to do it, honestly. It's fine. It's a bit of a waste, but it will do. I think we're going to put the bombard here because it's going to clear early shields. It's going to be so good. How slow is it? Let's see how long it takes to get everything. It's a little bit slow. It's a little bit slow. So I'm thinking I'm going to look if I can find more coal around here. Oh god. We're taking damage. This might be the end. If we can survive this night, I think we're looking pretty good. What did this show? Oh my gosh, the second 2 crystals. I think we're close to being done. Also, yet we have a lot of resources here. But I think I'm too late. If I can just survive this one night, then we're like looking really good here. Now, how could I do this? More catapults. The answer is always more catapults, people. It's gonna be tight. But those catapults are doing good work. Yes! Come on! Theoretically, I should not be looking at this and doing other stuff. Okay, we're just gonna do other stuff. Okay, we got resources up the bazoo here. Okay, this should really help produce us more stuff because we were just a little low on this regard. Okay, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. Okay, all the armor is gone. That was the most important part. Woo! I think we're good, I think we're good. Cool. Alright, so now we need some bombardments here, but in order to get some bombardments, I need this to go faster. And I think it's finally going faster. Yes, it's going way faster. It's like pretty much consistent now. Good, 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 good. So that's all we need. That's all we need. We're good. We're good with this. All right. Now we can start building a forge. Theoretically, it would be nice to get a third one, but that's really hard to do right now. Yeah, we're not gonna think about this now. I'm gonna do a forge for now. The forge. How's the forge gonna go? Forge gonna do this. Yeah, it's gonna go here. And it needs some of these ingots. So we're gonna split this. Go in here, and you're gonna go over there. Cool. Okay, so now we're gonna slowly start building some iron plates. It's gonna be slow, but it's okay. We don't need that many, so I'm not too worried about it. But we're definitely gonna need it for the next night, so hopefully we'll have what it needs to do some bombardments here. That's really the key here. Bombards, we need 15, and it'd be nice to get 2 bombards. So we'll see. Bombards with attack speed increase is just going to be so good. Okay, we should be okay. We should be okay. How fast are these things going? They're okay. We'll be fine for a bit. I'm not too worried about it for now. Okay, come on, bombard. And then I have to expand further and try to finish the game, honestly. Again, I forgot I need to finish this game. Because we are slowly going to get overwhelmed here. The bombards are going to help for the next 1 to 2 waves, but that's about it, honestly. Okay, first, okay, max tower. Let's get rid of you and you for now as well, just so I can have that over. Okay, and you're going to prioritize shielded units. And that's just going to shred through shielded units. It's actually just going to one-shot shielded units. Bonk. Okay. I'd rather have something that goes fast that kills off shields, but I just don't have that currently. Once we have the second bombard going, we're going to try to just expand and finish the game ASAP. I think we can survive one more wave, and I think that's all we need to win the game. So, yeah. I also want to make sure that they're off synced. Boom. Boom. Great, they're totally not off synced. I was hoping you would attack immediately, but I guess not. Thanks a lot. Okay, also flying units are starting to be a problem, I'm noticing. I need more anti-flying stuff, because the flying units are going to be a problem. Okay. Alright, and now we just try to finish the game. So, pillars, we're looking good. Yeah, okay, so let's just expand. Okay, we have this area covered, that's good. I need 3 crystals. I have 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. Come on. Gotta find the last crystal. In this entire map. I mean, there's a few out there. I just have to find one. I think we're fine. How many more can I do? I can do like 3 more. So I think we're going to be okay here. Still not. Yes! And we won! Now, I'm going to try to survive one more night just for more money and just to see how well we can do. But yeah, we actually did it. We got the 3 crystals, so now we can just end whenever you want. Collect more gold. Oh my god, the next upgrade is... Like, the next upgrades are going to be so satisfying. Holy shrimp. Found another one. Nice. Completely useless to have another one, but... How are we doing, by the way? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Those flying units. Bail! 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 GG! Woo! Nice! Win the Odysseus Pathways. 100 gold reward. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, that's gonna feel good, good, good. Woo! So now there's only one level left in this current version of the game. I'm just kind of curious how it looks. It probably shouldn't. It probably won't look any different. Just kind of curious how it feels. If I can see a difference from the beginning. I'm not gonna play it. Don't have the time. Oh, there's a mini like iron deposit here. That's a good map. Well, actually, it's okay. Yeah, okay, it doesn't really look any different. Looks like I have more space. It seems more generous, but that it just might be the luck, like this particular start. Cool. Oh my gosh, yes. The upgrades! Woo, boy. Oh, I cannot wait to try some of these tier 2 stuff. Because currently there's not really a point to use those tier 2 towers. You can easily win, as you can see, without many of them. But there's so much stuff here that I just don't use, so I'm curious if this level is going to let me do it. You know what that means. Antimatter condensers are twice as efficient. And it's like all my money, but I have 4. They're only like 30% of all my currency. That's pretty good. Do I do it? I use so much for it. But it is going to make me get a lot of cookies. I think it might be worth it. It should be like 30% more cookie production. I think I'm gonna do it. We're going from 67.7 billion to 93. That's actually a 50% increase somehow. Don't know why, but guess I didn't do math correctly. Yeah, so we used a lot of cookies, but I think it's gonna be worth it in the long run. So I'm pretty happy with it. Oh, I forgot. We also had this to put in. That's fine. Building produce more. That'll have to be for next time. All right. That's gonna be it, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining me. This was I loved this game. I was happy to showcase it. Yeah, I'll be back next week. I'm not too sure when. I'm gonna be very busy. I'm celebrating my 30th birthday. I'm going in the mountains to do some snowboarding this weekend. So I'm leaving right now. And I'll be back like Monday, and then I'm going to GDC. If anybody is going to GDC, feel free to come and say hi. I'm not too sure when the next stream is going to be, but it'll happen eventually. So I'll keep you posted. Sometime next week. I'll still try to do 2 next week, but it'll just be kind of, I'll have to figure out when I can. So thank you all so much for joining me. This was I love this game, so I'm glad I got to feature it. And yeah, I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.